I don't know what. It's Gay Pirate Radio. Gay Pirate Radio Station. We're gonna be listening to old broadcasts and playing them backwards. And let's see here, which one? I'm trying to find. I want one that's got some Juice WRLD in it, because that's what I want to listen to. Don't know. I don't know which one has the Juice WRLD in it. There's definitely, they definitely all have like a little bit, right? There's definitely some released here and there. I just don't know where. I don't know where. Let's see here. What do you guys think would be a good one? What do you think? What's a good one? Let's see. It's definitely not gonna be that one. Let's see here. Oh, that one. Let's see here. This one's got a like on it. How about let's see. How about this one? Seemed pretty good to you guys? But what do you think, guys? How's it been going? I'm here. My mom actually did get me one Pepsi. She paid for it anyway. She made me go get it. She got me one Pepsi, and I had to go get it. Though. She also gave one to the neighbors too. Ew. She also gave one to the neighbors. And Nene. Or she gave Nene a pizza. And she gave the neighbors a Pepsi. And then she gave me one too. Gave me a Pepsi. So that's pretty cool. Yep. And we're here. I'm here on my Linux machine. The intention today is we're gonna maybe figure out some of the software on the Linux boot, and maybe we'll figure out and also play some games, and also some other stuff. Oh man, I totally forgot something important. Shit. Oh well, okay. I'm gonna have to step out for it. a minute. Because I forgot something. And don't you hate when that happens? I do it all the time for some reason. It's a great mystery, but for some reason I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. All the time. We put the lime in the coconut. We do it all the time with the lime and the coconut. Yes. Lime and the coconut. Put the lime in the coconut. Yes. D.D. Ramon is horrible, and I think he might really hate me.
Yeah, I know.
Or at least halfway. Which, that kind of sucks. Or at least he was paid to hate me halfway or something like that.
Why do people enjoy hurting me so much, guys? Why? Is it just that people are inherently sadistic and horrible? Is it because of something I did? Is it like something I did? Someone else did. What's it called? I don't know.
not gonna be this one. You like can't hear anything I'm saying. Pretty funny. Yeah, the word no. This one's like my favorite. This one's like my favorite. I like that one a lot. Because the word no is the most important word. Like, there are some words, like affirmative consent is important. Like, it's definitely important to hear yes, but it's more important to be able to say no. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. The desktop audio is a little loud. Turn that down a little bit. Because you want to actually be able to hear me. But yeah, I actually know, like Sun Ra asked, what are we gonna do about, what you gonna do about your ass? What are we gonna do about it? I actually know what we're gonna do about the ass. I have a solution to all these problems. I have a solution for all these problems. About Sun Ra's ass, about territorial people who feel like they own land because they got there first. I have a solution for all of these things. Yes, I will tell you. I will tell you what the solution is. Oh yeah, I gotta step out, I forgot. Forgot something. Yeah, I haven't successfully gotten anything back. Yet I haven't successfully gotten YouTube to put up any of my videos that have been taken down for copyright infringement. But it's definitely fair use. There's people out there who say I'm stealing content or whatever, but I'm not. It's definitely fair. What I do is definitely fair use. It's a combination of dubbing. I do dub remixes and commentary at the same time. Okay, this isn't simply commentary review. This isn't simply remix and dubbing. It's both remix, dubbing, and commentary. It is like double fair use. Okay? Double fair use. Yeah. Okay, I got this recording here. No, I know one of these is the one I want to listen to. Really need to make, I really need to label these, like, well, whenever I fucking do them, so that I can come back and be like, oh yeah, like, they all need at least a unique title, but more than that, like, I need, like, track lists and stuff. I need to do one for, like, every fucking upload. It's a pain in the ass, and I don't want to do it. You wouldn't want to do it either. This here's the Pepsi. The one Pepsi. We don't even have running water in my house right now, but one Pepsi. One Pepsi. I went out and I bought gallon of water for Sherman so that he can drink and not die of dehydration. I also think that I have heartworms. It's annoying. Back inside, hey little bitch. I gotta grab something. Big car, I forgot. we are peace. And then we'll have a really fun stream tonight. No, yeah, it's totally possible that I could have gotten heartworms on account of like, walking around. I live in Florida. I walk around outside my bare feet. I sit on my feet all the time. I eat outside. Shit like that, you know. It's completely possible that I have heartworms. Yeah, I think it's actually true. It stinks because it's like everybody's like 50 million on medication. It seems like I'm getting on the deworming because I have COVID bandwagon, but I think that I actually have heartworms. It's terrifying thought. But I mean, it's just, there's definitely something wrong with my heart. Like, everybody's been talking about my heart and shit. Good luck with your heart condition. Like, laughing and saying good luck with it. She means, I hope you die from your heart problem. Even though I stole creative work from you and gave you no attribution and refused to acknowledge you or anything. I've given her so much. Creative work. I sent her a nice little gift. I did all kinds of stuff for her. And will not return the favor, ironically. Yes. Because she's actually worse. She's actually worse than my ex-girlfriend, because, you know, return the favor is about. But, it's like, she's actually worse than her, because Sweden actually did stuff for me. She actually did a lot of stuff for me. You know, it might, in the end, you know, she might have gotten a lot more out of our relationship than I did. She may have taken more than she gave, but she gave something at least. Where Phil Delta has given me nothing, ever. We had a phone conversation a couple of times and texted a few times. She's given me nothing at all. I guess she sent me like a selfie one time. Like, I mean, come on, that's nothing. That's nothing. I've given her tons of stuff. I gave her gifts, inspiration, you know, she used my image to write songs. She's pretty much openly admitted to it, admitting to stealing from me on her Twitter. You go through and you can see her about, she's saying how she's stealing from, it's like stealing cable broke, stealing magical ley lines woke, like that's her admitting that she's stealing from me. And she won't even respond to me. She blocks me. You know, I didn't even do anything. Like last time she was like, oh, you were rude to me. This time I didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Don't even get an explanation. Nothing. Just blocks me again. No explanation, nothing. And, you know, she really sucks. you know, I give and I give and I give and I give, and, you know, her and people like her take and they take and they take and they take and they take. And, like, I don't know why exactly they feel justified in this. I don't know why she feels justified in, like, stealing from me and wishing that I would die and stuff. Like, hoping, like, and shit like that. Like, number one, I'm not going to die. You know, most likely, I'm going to fix whatever the hell is wrong with my heart. Which, you know, there's something wrong with my heart. I don't know what that is. It's annoying, I can tell you that. Maybe it's COVID. It's COVID related. I don't think that it is. Like I said, I don't think COVID is real. But if it is COVID related or whatever, maybe I can go get treatment for it if I have to get treatment for it. I don't have any any COVID symptoms. Like the only thing that I have is like I'm just having heart problems. Like my heart does I have like a hummingbird heart. Occasionally I get extremely high blood pressure spikes, arrhythmia, tachycardia, these kind of things. It's even on top of, you know, my hypertension, whatever that I have already. I don't understand what's causing it. There's like a million explanations, but yeah, you know, I don't know. I have such bad experiences with the healthcare system. Really bad experiences with the healthcare system. So I'm hesitant to even go to the doctors at all, because, you know, they're really bad to me, like all the time. Like you can look right at me and see that I have obvious health problems, right? I have obvious health problems. Now it's reporting the silence. Of course, it wouldn't fucking report the silence before. But anyways, you could look right at me and tell that I have obvious health problems. What the fuck? Where's the silence? Anybody who would claim to be a healthcare provider at all, who could claim to believe in, their Hippocratic oath, their responsibility as a medical professional, could look right at me and tell that I have problems. Like I have my spinal problem that I've had my whole life that no one ever has acknowledged or tried or offered me help with at all. Or other conditions that I had. I had doctors lie straight to my face. Like I used to take blood pressure medication and stuff, and they know this. They could tell just by looking at my records and stuff. And I went into the doctor's last time. This was like a month ago, and I was like, "Hey guys, my blood pressure's been really high. Can you get me back on my blood pressure medication?" And then they took my blood pressure, and they were like, "It's not high." No, it's just lying right to my face. It was like I was resting, and it was like 160 over 90 or something like that. And I forget exactly, and I have trouble remembering the numbers that are supposed to be whatever, but it was high. It was it's a high blood pressure rate for resting. And the doctors lied to my face, and they're like, it's not that high. Lying to my face. I have a history of hypertension, whatever, on my file, whatever. They won't help me. And before that, I was like, yeah, no, my blood pressure's been really high, and they're like, are you sure it's not actually low? And you just can't tell the difference. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sure. They're like lying right to my face, like I'm like, they're like, yeah, no, you're probably wrong. Your blood pressure actually could be really low, and you just can't tell the difference. What does it matter if my blood pressure is really low or high? I'm telling you right now, I'm having blood pressure problems. Please help me. And they refuse to do anything for me at all. They check my blood pressure and they're like, yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, right then, right now, when you're checking it, there's nothing wrong with it. That does not mean that there's never nothing wrong, that it's always good, you know. I'm not trying to get, like, I'm not drug seeking for, like, you know, anything serious. Like, I'm in pain all the time, so, you know, they have me down for drug seeking, like, when I go, so they won't give me, like, pain pills or anything like that. But I'm in pain all the time anyways, and I still could use them. It would be nice. They won't give them to me. They won't give me fucking benzos for my seizures at all. You know, shit like that. And then when I'm going in there, you know, to try to get back on my blood pressure medication that I took for years, and they have the same doctor's office that I've been going to, like, my whole life. Not my whole life, but for, like, the last, like, 5 years or whatever. And they won't help me. They won't help me at all. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I'm just bitching. Like, the doctors, they're evil. And they don't hold up their promises. They don't keep their oaths at all. Like, I really hope that there really is some mechanism built within the earth, or, you know, in heaven or earth or wherever. I hope there is some kind of mechanism, divine or worldly or whatever, to hold these people accountable for breaking their oaths. I really hope that there is, but there might not be at all. I don't know. It could all be psychological. It could all be psychological fucking conditioning. And that people are only afraid to break their oaths or break their promises just because of the conditioning that's been placed on them. And there might not be any way to hold these people accountable, even in the cases when the people breaking their oaths has caused them to, you know, whatever. Even that, it all still could be psychological conditioning, you know, and it's a problem, guys. It's a problem because there's no accountability there's no one holding these powerful people accountable in any way. They're openly breaking their oaths, openly breaking their promises, up and down the board in every organization, whether it's the medical system, or whether it's the justice system. These people are openly lying, openly going against the best interests of the American people, of the people of the world in general. And there's pretty much nothing we can do to hold them accountable or to stop them that I can think of. You know, it's a real problem. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to suggestions. I would love to hear feedback from anyone out there. You know, if you can think of anything to help me with this cause, I would really like, because I believed for a long time that there was a mechanism in place to actually hold oath breakers accountable. one way or the other, that, you know, that there would actually be a way to hold these people accountable. At least by their own conditioning or whatever. But it seems like it's completely possible that they've completely circumvented it, and they've circumvented even their own conditioning, their own, you know, what would be their moral system that would make them uphold these principles. And there might be nothing we can do about it, and that's a real big problem. You know, it's a real big problem when there's nothing to hold people accountable at all, people in power accountable at all. So I would really like to do something about this. I really need some help with this. You know, for some reason, okay, that's not good. What's going on here? Seems like my mic is muted. This is a problem. Okay. Let's see here. That's not working. Okay, hang on. Let me change this. This is not right. Open on stereo. Yes. What the fuck? It's okay, it's picking it up. It's picking it up no matter what.
There we go. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, I got this, anyways, people in the medical system and in the justice system are open, breaking their oaths they've taken. And a long time, I believe that there was that it's possible that only human conditioning, psychological conditioning, makes keeping the oath work one way or another. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I believe that there was a greater mechanism involved beyond conditioning that forced people suffer consequences. I believe that, and it seems like I may have been wrong, and that people in the medical system and in the justice system, both people in the medical system and in the justice system, are both openly abusing their power, not upholding their oaths, openly, intentionally not only ignoring people who are, you know, suffering, they're refusing to help them, and causing deliberate harm to people. The health system is causing deliberate harm to people. The health system is causing deliberate harm to people, and I don't mean just simply, you know, coronavirus thing. I don't think that's a side point. That may or may not be true. I'm not really worried about that. This is, you know, that's a minor thing in the one. The justice system, same way, they're abusing their power. Justice system, both abusing their power. They're not helping or healing people. Worse than that, they're using their position designed to help and heal people to specifically harm people. They do no harm. They're specifically doing harm. They're going out of their way to do harm just because they can.
And same thing with the justice. Same thing with the justice. Just openly abusing their power for people. For me, I've experienced this firsthand with doctors lying to me, giving me medicine that is ineffective, ineffective and harmful, and refusing to give me medicine that is effective and necessary. You know, and we're not talking about. I'm not talking about. You know, like, yeah, like I'm in pain. I'm in pain, and like they don't want to give me pain meds. It's evil. It's evil. I'm in pain, and they can tell that I'm in pain, and they won't give me pain meds. Like whatever. They don't want to give me medicines that could be of use. Like my heart problems, my hypertension and my arrhythmias and stuff like that. Like that's not. This isn't abusable. Not abusable. What we're talking about here. No reason to not help me with this. And the police, they're doing the same shit. Like, they're just abusing their power. They are completely aware, like, I've had several run-ins with the police now. They've been completely aware that the law, like, that I've been, inflicted upon. Hurt by, my family. That I've had my family hurting me. You've seen, a video type of thing, like that shit that, like, we're not just talking about the police, which they've been, breaking their oath. Constitution too. Me, with their, what they're doing by defending my freedom of speech, but also by going through my shit. Like, just because you didn't go through my trunk and shit doesn't mean that you had a right to detain me and swarm me and all this shit. Like, you guys don't have any right to do that. You guys don't have any right to do that. You're absolutely breaking your oath to defend the Constitution by doing it. You're aware that my mom is committing crimes against me, against all of her children that she has, my mom. On this, then you guys have looked the other way and persecuted me. Basically, no reason for even just saying anything about it. Just for even saying anything about it. You guys have been aiding them and hurting me. And I honestly wanted to believe that there was more to this, but you guys are just breaking your oath. You're all openly breaking your oath, and it seems like you just don't care. It seems like that you don't care, and that the oaths that you guys have been taking are just an absolute lie. And the people in power. I thought that for their own conscience, at the very least, that they would care about breaking their oath. Like they would feel some kind of guilt. Anything. They would feel any kind of consequences for oaths. In any way that they live by some kind of moral system, like even the rule of three, and like all this stupid bullshit that supposedly they do to try to make themselves feel better about the evil shit they do. They're not even doing that anymore. They're not even doing that anymore. These oaths are utterly meaningless. And it seems like the justice system and the medical system are collaborating to help each other break their oaths. That that they've engineered drugs and circumvent human conditioning and human psychology with drugs and other techniques like this, other conditioning techniques, and They both the medical system and the justice system support each other in helping each other break their oaths, and they don't uphold them at all. They don't uphold their oaths or the Constitution at all anymore. At all. And this is a serious problem. Okay, I mean, this is bad. This is really bad, guys. I don't know what to do about this. At all. I really do. Our country is dead. We don't have a country anymore. We don't have a country. I'm hesitant to say that we never have, because I think that at some point in time these oaths actually meant something. I think that at some point in time these oaths actually did mean something. I don't know when. When they meant something. Maybe this is just in an alternate time. Or a different point in history. I like that, but actually meant something. But at least some of the people at some point in time, they felt it was a little bad about breaking their oaths. At least they felt a little bad about it. There's still ways to hold them accountable, because we all know these oaths have been taken and it's been written down. You know, it's been, we keep track of these people and know who they are and that they're breaking. So there are people out there who will have to go and hold these people accountable. It's like, how can we that they're doing this? Well, it seems like we know pretty much for sure that in these organizations, both the medical and the justice system, that they're breaking and aiding each other, both systems and the people in the system, aiding each other to break their oaths. And we can pretty much know for sure that everyone we pretty much know for sure that everyone it's sad, but we pretty much know for sure that everyone in the medical system and in the justice system is culpable. They're all culpable. Everyone is culpable. And I've seen some evidence that there are at least some people who they're conditioning people. They're conditioning people within the medical system and the justice system to do the opposite of what their oaths are. That they still condition people. I've seen evidence of this. That they still condition people. They still condition people, but they condition them not to uphold their oaths, but to conceal the fact that no one upholds their upholds their oaths and conceal the fact and punish people who do harm to the organization. The only way that they use this condition now is for protection of their systems, and they don't at all aid in the real purpose of their in what the oaths say. Like, they take an oath and they're subject to conditioning, but the content of the oaths isn't actually what gets upheld. The oath they take, the only thing that they get, the only thing that happens once they take the oaths and are sworn in is that they are owned by the system, basically. The medical system and the justice system. And that they are, most of them, any of them, they physically they are conditioned to physically be unable to speak out. I've seen this with my own eyes. People who desperately want to tell me about what's wrong, what's going on in these systems, in the medical system. People I know, people I've known, people in the medical system and in the justice system. They desperately wanted to tell me. They desperately wanted to tell me. And then whenever they go to speak, they turn into like SpongeBob when he's trying to talk to Sandy. You know, they try really hard to speak out and to say something. They're like physically incapable of doing it. As soon as they go to try, they're like, they like crumple up in the paper. They crumple up like as if some kind of power is preventing them from doing it, as if some kind of, someone's doing something to them that's preventing them from doing it. I'm not sure. It's possible that they have some kind of technology to do this, or it could be 100% psychological conditioning as well. I don't know which way the door swings on this issue. I don't understand exactly the nature of things. Whether the basement is strictly a metaphor, or if it's also a literal underground thing, underground society, underground technology, literally under the ground. Because I think that a lot of what we need to do is our analytics. And anyways, like I was saying, this all ties in back with the main issue and stuff. But I'll say it out loud for now. Maybe I'll do the tweets afterwards. But what we're gonna do about Sun Ra's ass, the ass that Sun Ra refers to, is we're gonna have to dig all the shit out of it. Okay? And then once we have dug all the dirt to retrieve the shit, we'll have all the land that these people feel like they own because they got here first. We'll take all that land and then we'll give it to them, and then they can just go live on that. We can just stick them on top of the mountain, like the gods that they feel like they are. And we'll stick them on top of that land that they think that they own because they got here first. We'll say, there you go, guys. There's your dirt. You got here first. There's your land. Go live on it, right? That's the same. Okay, so we'll both have Sun Ra's, the ass that Sun Ra refers to. We'll have a way to hold the ass accountable by digging all the shit out of it and using that shit for getting whatever the uses we can out of that shit. And we'll be able to allow the people who feel like they own this land so much because they were here first or whatever, they can keep the land. We're just gonna have to like redistribute it, move the land a little bit, and they can keep the land, and then we'll take what's ours. That is the underground. what's under the land that they supposedly feel like they own. Okay. We'll take what's really valuable, which is our human achievements. Okay, the achievements of humanity we have achieved, and that they never wanted anything to do with. They just wanted to fuck. Right? They just want to fuck and lie and do cocaine. Okay? And they can they can live on top of that mountain, have all the cocaine and fucking that they want, and we'll take human achievements. We'll take human achievement and human society and just continue to live on it. And it's possible that this society, the human achievement, human society is still thriving. There are people still living. You know, ask and all the achievements of the ancient human civilization, and not just exploit the one that they stole, but actually bask in all of them. I don't believe so. I think that most of human achievements and most of human history really has just been lost. But I don't think that it's gone. I don't think that it's gone. Okay? I think that it's recoverable. I think that we have the ability to go and dig up much of ancient human achievements. And I think that that's the original message. That's the original message of humanity. It's about, Jesus talks about the man who has inherited the field, and he dug to find the buried treasure without realizing what he found. I think that's literal. And I think that his whole, a big part of what he was trying to do was to convince people to do this, to dig up the ancient human achievements, to dig up the Kingdom of the Father, because he's not the human achievements are not in heaven, but underground, buried. And we just need to retrieve them. And I think that's what the real message behind that saying is. I think that it's true on both cases. But I think that he was just trying to tell people that that's what we need to get. And there is so much more buried. Certainly, so much more buried in simply shame. Dig into and not just find Earth civilization and their monumental achievements, which they're fully aware of their unachievement. People are only really aware of both since the ancient time. But there's significantly more, not just from the beginning, but also middle, in between. So much story there to read of just the lives of humanity. I think most importantly, that's what that's part of their mission. More important than leaving the planet, which is important. I think it's already happening. I think that human civilization left the planet, and I think that if we dug deep enough, to find it, and I know it's like a cliche, the spaceship buried up in space or whatever. It's a science fiction cliche. It's big new age things that people push, and I sincerely believe that whether there's a literal spaceship under there or just simply proof that it's possible to travel to the rest of the the cosmos, via whatever method that we do using panspermia, and just simply connecting with our other, our cousins, our distant cousins of other life forms out there throughout the cosmos that already exists, whether it's bacteria on Venus or whatever, that we're actually related to them and intangibly connected to them, with, as they call it, quantum entanglement, that we're actually able to transmit it. Because if you've seen my videos, I have proof in my videos, and I've given demonstrations of this. The information exists outside of time, or at least information in my head, and information that I was dealing with in my demonstration exists outside of time and can be played backwards while it's forward, and played forward while it's traveling backwards. Right? And if you watch my demonstration, I've done it a few times. Streams you can watch, you can find them. You can see in the demonstration, and I think that this, going beyond this, it's possible that the information can be sent back and forth that way. And possibly even more, that consciousness can be sent place to place beyond the Earth, as they've joked about on Joe Rogan, or just talked about or whatever. I think that more than that, that if we dig down deep enough to the ancient civilization, we can actually find some more concrete proof of this. We can actually find real concrete proofs in different ways that the ancients these abilities, not simply to manipulate and control and exploit humanity and various things that kind of powerful play, with lies, corruption, rape, slavery. That is the world that we live in now and have lived in for a very long time. But other than that, there's a wealth of life and a wealth of information within human history that it's lost. And we can already access the information. Simply by thinking, simply by meditating, simply by accessing the archaic library, and others. But unfortunately, telling what's true is not true. It's the most discerning. Scram, my son, remember, most can't separate the truth as well as physical evidence, as empirical science. And these experiments then carried out ancient times. You don't need to spend millennia or generations redoing these experiments, but then we can actually dig down and find the information, find the proof that has been lost, with physical evidence, not just hearsay, not just information like the ether, but actual, tangible, physical event. Whether it's, whatever it is, it's an unknown. We don't know what's down there, or whatever kind of technology or machinery that they may have built. And, saying machinery is the wrong word. It's not a machine. It's something else. Something totally unlike a machine, not a would be the cliche, but probably not Stargate either. Stargate would be, really, that would be really cool and all. Probably not that. It's probably more like a history, a ledger, that shows when information was sent back, where information came from, etc. A history of life beyond the earth. Things like this, they could really prove a lot of the hearsay here and there that and many other things that we just can't imagine. Things we can't imagine. And we can't prove that it's actually there or not, without actually going down it. And that's what we should do. That's what we should do. We should do that notification to our ancestors and ourselves to do this. We're not as weird as this digging for the stone, which dude's wrong. We should dig for the stone, not dig for the stone out of a person's body, but dig for the stone in the ground and retrieve some stone. Not the metal stone. Retrieve the information, the concrete evidence of our past. Dig for bone. Dig for unknown. Dig to dig. Not dig for stone, but dig to understand. Dig to dig for okay? We should dig. Most importantly, we should dig. And there's probably good reason not to dig for stone. There's probably certain stones you don't want to dig. And you don't want to dig out of people. That's not important. That's not important, because we're not going to dig that shit out. We're going to dig out stuff. Okay? Thanks. Not gonna dig, things that are buried and shouldn't be dug up, like, some kind of poisonous radioactive material or whatever. We should dig deeper. I'm not really sure about how dangerous radioactive is and stuff. There's a lot of people out there who, advocates for nuclear power and stuff, who will tell you about how easy it is to protect ourselves from the danger of nuclear power, and how useful, these technologies, power or whatever. And it's possible that they didn't want us to dig for the stone. They advised against digging for stone because of the creation of nuclear weapons. But there's so much more to find and achieve. So much more to find and achieve than simply nuclear weapons and nuclear power. We're talking amount of time in human history before and after supposed nuclear catastrophes that might have taken place, or the use of nuclear power that may have caused, environmental catastrophe, which I don't think has ever happened. I think that it's always been pretty much controlled. I think more than that, maybe there might have been, may have been nuclear conflict in the past, as suggested, but we don't know. We don't know if that's true or not. We should find evidence for that. That would be really, really deeply buried, if it is buried at all, if it ever happened at all. But we should dig down and find this stuff. We absolutely should. And that's about it. That's about it. I feel like this is really important. That's it. So I'm gonna break this, and